Oh, man, what a way to start. I'm choking on stuff. Can everybody hear me? Should be able to hear me. What's up? You see who's in here really quick. What am I all excited about? Oh, yeah. People for the playback. People who are here watching the playback, there's not going to be a lot of you, but I'm going to watch this thing and try to put the highlights down in the description. Try to do timestamps like I did on the other one. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Betty Jean Heinzone. Hey, Rodney, what's up? Oh, there's Wes. Hello, bee enthusiast. Wes is doing a book giveaway. And who else is up there? I'm scrolling. God, man, did I miss all these comments? Conrad Homestead in the house. Some bee knowledge. Oh, man, I'll do the best I can. Um, Let me slip back down here. I'm excited about all the things. I'm always excited. Look at me. This is me excited right now. Catherine's RV is here. What's up? Hey, so I got 6 people, but I mean, I'm, it's very easy for me to get excited right now this time of year because life just sucks because we're buried in snow. Did I miss Rodney? No, I didn't. I said, Rodney, what's up? Cold Wisconsin, -25. Whoa. Ooh. What is that, wind chill, or is that just a regular temperature? Because that sucks. That is really cold. But I'm excited about a couple things. What did I put in my description? Oh man, I put that there so I wouldn't forget. But I'm not gonna forget because I got things here. I got mail. Everybody, I don't do mail calls because I don't really. Sometimes they're boring, but this one's exciting because I won. I won a giveaway from Old Reading Farm, and I was very lucky because I only went in there in like the last 10 minutes. I already told you guys about that, and I won. Just my Swarm King magic went through, and they sent it like really fast. I think I got it 3 days later. But I won some seeds, so I was like, "Oh, cool! They're gonna send me some seeds." I had no idea how many seeds they were sending me. What the heck is this? Not everyone gets a cutworm. I don't know anything about that. But man, they sent me a whole thing of seeds. Holy moly. I mean, I gotta show you how. Look at that. I don't know if the camera's. Oh, crap. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Anyway, Old Redding sent me a whole ton of seeds. And they didn't send me like the junky seeds. These ain't no 25-cent seeds. It's like a ton of seeds. And I'm really stoked about them. Because a lot of these, some of them I have I have a pack or two, but a lot of them I don't. So I'm not gonna like go through every one, but I'm stoked about Old Redding sending me a whole bunch of seeds. Let me see. I mean, Cosmos. All my Cosmos died a couple years ago. I don't know where they are. I got peas. Let me see. A lot of good vegetables here. Some lettuce, carrots, radishes. These are all good ones. It's like a whole ton of seeds. I don't know. I didn't count how many packs there were. Oh, yeah. Hold on. They told me when I asked for Ema, he's getting a lot. Yeah, man. They really got me a lot. I don't think I have to buy any more seeds. Let me see if there's anything really crazy. Radishes, I love those. Squash, I love those. Peppers, I love all that. Can't even see. Hold on. Let me zoom down a little bit. I don't want to cut you out. Okay, kohlrabi. I never grew that before, but that looks pretty cool. Some more Cosmo. Oh, hey. Adrian was telling me about calendula. Heirloom calendula. That's pretty cool. Now I got it. Some sunflowers, which I love. Anyway, boom. So if you ever win a giveaway at Old Reading Farms channel, watch out. They're sending you a whole bunch of stuff. Then they sent me a nice little letter. Basically says, Bruce, you have the best channel on YouTube. You're our favorite. You're just the best. Something like that. I may have paraphrased a little bit. Let me see. What do I have up here? I paraphrased a little bit on that letter. What's up, Jason from Bama Bees? Mark's in here. Mark Cottrell, like the nicest dude ever on YouTube. Let me see. Now I gotta plan it. Yeah, I know. I can't wait. I mean, maybe you saw how buried in snow we were, and then we just got more today, like another inch or two. What's up, Mark? Is that for the bees? Yeah, some of the flowers, they're for the bees, and then the rest is for my belly. Congrats on 400. Yeah, I got 400, which was cool. I was stuck at 399 for not that I really care. Sometimes I care a little bit, but I don't really care about that. But I was stuck at 399. Ridge Life played one of my videos, bumped me up to like 407 or something like that. YouTube went and borrowed them back for a couple days, and then now, nice. I'm up above 4, so that's cool. I mean, it'll be like 10,000 by next month. What's up, Narrowway Farm? How you doing? Snow there today too. Cool. So I mean, like, I got stuff in the mail. This other thing that I got, it wasn't sent to me. Like, I bought it. So it doesn't really count, but it was still pretty cool, I thought. I had a 628 Dirt Rooster shirt and hat that I must have wore so much that it just wore out. It just wore out so bad, it was just threads. So I ordered a new one, a new hat and shirt, so I can look sexy. But I thought it was cool. Look at how they pack it up. It's got a Dirt Rooster emblem on it, just on the paper. Then I got me a cool hat. That's one of my favorite channels ever. My favorite beekeeping channels ever, besides my own. And I also got me, look at how they tie up the shirt. All nice in a peachy color. That hat is sweet. Dope. Battery's at 5%. Uh-oh. Is that my battery? Let's see. What's the donkeys doing? Piling snow on their back, even though they have a big shelter. Yeah. Speaking of animals, yeah, 628 Dirt Rooster is a cool guy. Cool dude. And he sends you like extra stickers and stuff. I'm gonna untie this. I was like, I didn't even take it. I didn't even open it up yet because I was like, let's show my people. One time he came into one of my lives one time. I was like, oh, what's up? What does it even say? I forget. Where hobby beekeeping is a way of life. That's what it is. So I will be sporting that coming very soon. I'm not wearing it to work, so nobody at work is going to be able to see the coolness of that shirt. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then the other thing that I was excited, I put a little chicken in my description. Sorry, man, I just ate a spicy bowl of soup, so now my nose is running. Like a week ago, I we got buried in snow, so I unshoveled. Well, I unshoveled. I shoveled up a nice little path and let the chickens out, even though everybody told me don't let the chickens out. They're gonna get eaten because they're just gonna stand out in the snow. And of course, I never listen. I never listen. So I let them out, made a funny little short video, and then when nighttime came and it was time to close up the coop, one was missing. And that was a week ago. And we all thought it was dead or got eaten. And I'm all, nah, it's fine. It's just, it'll come back tomorrow. That thing did not come back tomorrow. It didn't come back for all those days until yesterday. And it didn't really come back. It was up in a tree in my neighbor's yard. So I don't know. I didn't know a chicken could go 7 days without eating or drinking, just sitting there in a tree, because there was no footprints in the snow at the bottom of the tree. That thing must have just went up there and just stayed there and sat there. So I was excited about that. Okay, I was excited about my chicken coming back. So now we're back to 6. I wasn't really worried because I'm hoping to win that chicken contest they're having over on the other channels. The Black Samani, or what do you call it? AM Samani chickens. AM Samani chicken giveaway over at, oh my god, what are all those other channels? It's like Ridge Life, Paragon Ridge Ranch, and Porter Valley, and Sugar Feather, and Lazy Pond Farms. I'll just tell you, I'm already going to win it, so you can go over and try to enter. But I'm getting those black chickens. They're going to be probably going to, I'm not going to eat them. But let me see. Randy is pretty cool. Yeah, he's funny. I like that whole crew over there. What do we got here? I like your survival of the fittest approach to bees. Can you recommend a starting point for a noob? Well, yeah, probably. I get a lot of flack for it. And in fact, I got onto another thing on Facebook. I should pull that whole thing up and just show it to you because it was okay. But all I can say is if I could start all over again back in 2010, I would have never bought bees. I bought one package and then I learned about that you could get free bees a few weeks after I ordered a package. So then the day I got my package, I caught a swarm the next day, and then I caught another one a couple days later. So I would always say, and I don't care what anybody else says on any other channels, you can catch bees for free in your first season if you just put a little effort into it. And I got plenty of videos showing you how. You can just look at my playlist, and then so then you're not always worried about losing $150. And then that'll be the first thing. Like, just you're already gonna catch better bees that you can get in a package or some nuke with a Southern Queen. So just get them for free. It's easy. And if you don't catch anything by May, then break down and go buy a nuke somewhere. There's plenty of bees out there. There's no shortage of bees. I'm always running into people who don't keep bees, and they're like, "Can you tell me if are the bees coming back?" I'm like, "I don't know where they were because they're everywhere." Let me quickly wipe my nose because this is annoying. My nose is dripping all the time. Oh yeah, okay, much better. So I got into a thing. Adrian got into a thing too. It was probably the same thing. We both got into the same thing on Facebook. Let me see. What's up, Duncan? Duncan's here from 18 Bees. The Hawks got Mark's chickens. Yeah, we had a hawk try one time, but luckily my rooster went after him. Did I finally read it? Which thing? Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe you're talking about the thing where we got into it on Facebook with that guy, that bully Facebook beekeeper. Is another bully Facebook beekeeper, just like the bullies on YouTube. They got a lot of bullies on Facebook, and I just chop them up just like I do on here. Boots and Bounty Homestead, what's up? Still dancing over there? Some little. Someday Swarm King will hit the dance floor and maybe do a couple of those Harlem shuffles or whatever dances. The Texas twist. Catch a swarm, okay. Yeah. Yeah, when I first got bees, man, that's the thing. I guess it's just the way we are today. I'm not going to get philosophical or nothing, but it seems like anything someone wants to get into, it's just normal for the person to just want to know every single thing they can possibly know and have it go perfectly smooth all the time. But don't worry about that. If you're getting some free bees, setting up some easy swarm traps, making a removal website, you'll see that on my playlist. You're gonna get them bees for free and just screw up. It doesn't matter. Just put them in boxes, learn a little bit, but don't be afraid of screwing up. Don't let anybody smash you about missing the honey flow. It's like, oh God, don't miss the honey flow. Just inflicting all kind of dumb rules on you. Sorry, I get caught. I can just get mad just thinking about those people. Um, Rodney Middleton put out 2 traps along the creek. That's the one of the best places to put them. Oh yeah, you had the swarm trap that was in the plastic thing. I was just thinking, like, man, you had bees checking them out already. So I said maybe to move it into the shade, just because even if it's not really sunny and hot, I think just the solar effect on like dark plastic, it's gonna probably get a little warm. That would suck if a swarm moved in there and then it got hot and they took off. But I'm sure you know what you're doing with those. It's generally believed that honeybees did not exist in America until the Pilgrims. Is that a widely held belief? That is the widely held belief. I don't know. I mean, nobody can really go back and say definitively, but I don't know. We have native bees. We kind of assume, that honeybees came from Europe, which I'm sure, of course, everything started in Africa first. So they probably evolved first in Africa, spread out. But then I really don't know, like when the land masses separated, if it was before honeybees evolved or not. Um, I mean, we have bees here that are similar, but honeybees are pretty unique in their whole life cycle. There's just no other bee that really does it like that. I really don't know. I would be I would be willing to listen to any evidence without saying that my mind is made up. I'm not saying that we have native bees or that we don't. I don't come down really strongly either way. I think it's totally possible. What I won't say is that it's impossible. Just like I won't say that it's impossible that mites only got here in the 80s. For all we know, they could have been here earlier, a little earlier, or much earlier. I don't know. But when we discovered them, is different from when they got here. So let me see what's up here. So let's see what Adrian's talking about. It's not a belief; it's a fact. There was one honeybee a long but time ago swearing on my live stream that went extinct in North America. Yeah, I mean, I really can't go. See, now we got into this before about the pollen patties, and that made me have to do some things to some people. So, about whether they're native or not, just for the record, I don't know either way. I don't know. I've heard arguments both ways. Um, I'm just busting on that whole pollen patty situation. I only bring it up because I was with a logger recently who mentioned an 800-year-old tree they took down. Well, I mean, the tree, there are old trees, but the colony inside could have been any age. Could have been 2 years old, 10 years old. And the comb was massive and old. It's old, but even if it was 800 years old, like I would like to see maybe some evidence of maybe some bees in amber or something like that, or 10,000 years old. That would be pretty cool. You're not really going to find fossils of wax or combs because they just get eaten up by wax moths so fast. What's up, Chad? The rabbit's in here. Good point. Good point, Bruce. Probably was. I make a lot of points. Let's see. The native honeybee species in North America lived in America 14 million years ago. See? And so now I don't even know which way Adrian's going. It sounded like at first she said maybe they weren't native. Hold on. It's not a belief, it's a fact. There was one honeybee a long time ago that went extinct in North America. Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. See, the emojis aren't showing up for me, either on the screen or in the chat, so I can't tell. It's probably one of those ones that go like that. Oh, you sent me a link? I'll have to look at it then. Let me turn that off. But that's interesting. Why don't you guys find out and then let me know, and we could talk about it. Going to hunt down another device to keep watching. Cool, I appreciate that. National Geographic. Oh man, sorry, my stomach is so full and I'm leaning forward, like jamming my grill up to the camera. Let me see, dancing every day. I'll be dancing every day. I should dance every day. I need to burn some calories. All right. Yeah. Let's did a giveaway. I didn't see who won that. Maybe I missed a video. Yeah. It wasn't spicy. I put spice into it. I put a little bit too much in there. I'm the only one that really eats a lot of spicy stuff. So I mean, those were my main things I was excited about. My seeds, my big old giant pack of seeds from Old Redding, my cool ass shirt and hat from Dirt Rooster. Well, it's not from there. I mean, I got it from Dirt Rooster. He did write a note inside that said, "You're the best." No, he didn't say that. And then my chicken came back. Thing probably wasn't laying anyway. I don't know. Maybe I screwed up. But aside from that, I don't have any other big announcements. So, anyone got anything cool? Anybody got something specific they want to talk about? I just saw Chad's name, so I already know what he's going to ask me. Go ahead and ask it. You want me to talk about? Well, first you got to ask it. I'm not going to assume. Oh, and let's see who else in there. And if anyone, see, I don't have moderators. Who wants to be a moderator? Who is responsible? Can be a moderator. Chad. Chad be a moderator. I don't know. No, Chad is making, in case you didn't see his video over at 5L4H Ranch, he's making I guess, an overwintering barn for his bees. And I don't remember what I said. And I said, yeah, cold doesn't kill the bees. which is true to a point. I'm sure there's some point they're going to die, even though I always think of that research from Wisconsin where they put them in the negative 70 degrees for like 2 weeks and they lived. But if I had something like that, I think it would be cool to just for the bees to live in the barn and have an entrance on the outside, so it's like a bee house, like how they do in Hungary or something like that. Um, yeah, I don't, the part that bugs me about those is about putting bees in a barn, like in the United States, unless you really know what you're doing, is you'd be disturbing them bees a lot, first of all. I think you probably had your bees set up kind of in big colonies. I gotta turn these notifications on. Let me turn that thing down. Um, whoever sent me that, they know why I'm laughing. Yeah, so you don't want to be shaking them bees around just because it's gonna get cold or something. And then the other thing that would bug me is if you get a warm up, and now you got to take all them bees out so they can fly, unless you're keeping it refrigerated at like 40 degrees all the time. And moving bees around just willy nilly because it warms up and taking them out and then putting them back. I learned a lesson the hard way maybe like 5 years ago. I had a bee colony at a place where they had to plow. They had to plow the parking lot. So, and the plow like really pushed snow really close to that hive, another inch or two, and they were going to knock it over. So I said, I got to move this thing. So it had already been cold for like 3 or 4 days. It was in the 20s, and the weather wasn't supposed to come above freezing for 2 weeks from that day. So me and my dad went over there, picked up the hive, really carefully moved it like 30 feet away from the parking lot. Didn't disturb them at all. No bees came out, and and for 2 straight weeks there was no flight whatsoever. Not a single. There just couldn't be. It was too cold. It was snowing. And then all of a sudden, we had a day where it went up to like 45 and it was sunny. I went over to see him, and what do you know? There was a gigantic gob of bees just right in the spot where the old hive was. This is after about 18 days of zero flight and freezing temperatures. It was a giant, it looked like a giant swarm of bees on the fence right by where I used to have the hive at. And I couldn't do anything about it because all the bees back at the hive location, they were flying, they were orienting, but half the freaking foragers were over at this new spot. So I could scoop them up all day and take them over there, and they're not going to go in. They just go right back to the same spot. I lost like half the bees in that hive for moving them. So there's some you got to be careful with that. Some people say, "Oh, put a branch in front of it." That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do much. It helps a little bit, but it definitely doesn't fix it. So you just got to be careful with that. Um, Catherine, the bee house sounds neat. I think it would also be cool, like, let's say you lived in a small house or a tiny house or something, and you had bee colonies in your wall. They would like heat up the whole thing. They make a lot of heat. What's up, Kristen? Lazy C. Um, so there's that. There's the fact that a hive set up right, leaned forward, insulated on the top, heavy as bricks, not overly big, can pretty much deal with it, you know. And then the big elephant in the room is who cares about losing some weak ass colonies if you got all free bees coming all the time? That's like how I am. I mean, this is not going to be a good winter for the bees, not for me. I'm probably going to have a really, a really significant death rate. Nothing like I see some of my people on here having, but it's going to be significant for me. But that's with zero treating and just this is with that. So I'm still going to fill all those boxes up. It's not a problem. I'm going to fill them up all full, give my friends plenty of bees, sell plenty, Get plenty of honey, and that's what I want my team over here to do. I want you guys to just fill up your boxes, fill up your buckets of honey, and just chill and have fun. Dan says no observational hives in the house. Man, I love observation hives. I gotta get something like that. I've seen some bee houses in the UK that have permanent hives. Yeah, they're kind of cool. Your weather is drunk and on my yard. Well, what the heck? Your weather is drunk and on my yard. Oh, sorry. I'm like, I wasn't kidding. Now I get it. Yeah, my weather is over there, drunk on her yard. Yeah, it's over here too. Sucks. Moisture is a bigger enemy than the cold. Yeah, that's another thing. Moisture, it doesn't just come up out of nowhere. Sometimes you just have to have it set up right, I guess, which could vary. For my hives here, there's no way for moisture to build up because there's holes all in them everywhere. There's no condensation building on anything. And even that little nuke that I have on my neighbor's old chicken coop, that thing is in like a quarter-inch thick box, but it's leaning forward like, you know, the pitch of the roof is like that. And that nuke is still going. I don't know where all this moisture comes from. And also, a lot of times when people open up a dead colony and they see all this moisture in there, that wasn't what killed the bees. A lot of times that's after the bees died, and then they're just evaporating their moisture off. That could have happened before. I'm not saying every time because I've opened boxes and seen moisture dripping, but a lot of that's afterwards. That's like saying that wax moths killed a hive or beetles. It's like that stuff comes afterwards. Well, the wax moths. What else we got going on here? Yeah, for observation hives, for my bee barn down there, I want to put like plexiglass up all over the wall. Because there's beams or whatever you call them. What do you call those? Joists? I don't know. I'm not a builder. I'm not a carpenter. But there's the beams that hold the frame. And if I can plexiglass all the inside in and then drill a couple holes on the outside, see if bees move in there. And then on the plexiglass, I'll just have like a door that just opens up on a hinge. That would be cool. That's what I want to do. Oof. But yeah, the cold. Ever since I had all my bees survive, not this past winter, but the winter before that, I thought they were all dead. Like I kept saying to everybody, they're all dead. I'm starting all over again because it was negative 22 for like 2 weeks. Like, and the wind. It was just I said they're all dead. I already kind of just was cool with it. I knew I was gonna have to catch all new bees, and then when it warmed up and they were every single one of them was still alive, I couldn't believe it. Oh no, he's done with the wings. What do we got here? Okay, Bruce, done with my wings so I can type now. So why are my hives dying? Hit me with both barrels. Oh man, your buddies are gonna be watching this. Why are your first of all, let me just hit you with my pet peeve. Your hives have always been dead. It's the bees inside that died. Um, I don't know why. If I remember correctly, you had them all stacked up, double deeps, maybe more. I don't know. You had them insulated all the way around, which I'm totally against. You had a couple setbacks. They fell over. That usually doesn't do good. I don't know how many of your colonies died. I mean, are they all dead? Um, I don't know. You'd have to look through them. I think when you took apart the one dead one, there was some honey in there, but I don't know. I don't know. You can't tell. I don't even dwell on it. How many of them died? Are they all dead? How many? How many did you have? You had like 8 or something. 7 or 8 or 9. I wouldn't worry about it. Um, you might be following advice from somebody who's just not doing it right. I'm not sure. Um, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me a little more about what you did there. But most of my colonies that fall over in the wintertime, especially if they fall over sideways, they die. I don't know what. I think just because the frames all smack together and it probably pinched the queens a few times, caused dripping. It's not good. Definitely not good when they fall full force on their side. Um, and I know yours fell down if I remember correctly. Taken on a tour of an 80-acre timber farm. Family has been there since the 40s, and the owner, who was 90, showed me his old well house that's had bees in it since the 50s. Yeah, yeah, bees will keep they'll keep inhabiting the exact same cavity over and over again for hundreds of years. I would, you know, I don't think. Here's the one thing: a lot of people, as soon as they read something like that, they'll say, "Well, it's just every year they die." Well, I'm not. I wouldn't say that. I've seen tree colonies that I follow, and I know a little bit about bees, so I know if they died or not, and they've been in there 6, 7, 8 years consecutively. And then I know of some people who are also know about bees who have seen them go for 10, 12, or more years because when they swarm, they make a whole ton of queens. It's not as easy for them to go queenless. And also, there's nothing that stops a virgin queen from flying in if they become queenless, which happens a lot on a lot of yards. Virgin queens will fly around, find a queenless colony, and go right in. So they can maintain the colony in there for a good long time. 50, 60 years, that would be pushing it for me. Like that would be way pushing it. There would have to be at some point they either left because the comb got too old or they died of something and then got re-inhabited. But yeah, I think they can be in a cavity for a good long time, way longer than some beekeeper can keep them in a box, especially pushing them so hard all the time. But but I don't know about 50 years. But you're probably not even saying that. You're just saying that there was bees in there since the 50s. Yeah, I believe it. Um, you'll be posting that video soon. The well house is red and orange with propolis. Yep. And then even a 20-year colony, that would probably be a little bit past. I mean, anything's possible. Like, say if there was a beekeeper that lived there and he followed him every single year, um, like a regular non-beekeeper person, they might see bees there every year, but you never know. Like I have these bees out here that I call the Oli barn bees because they when they called me, they said we have bees in our barn. I said, how long have they been there? And they said, well, since we moved here. And I'm like, okay, well, how long ago did you move there? They said 26 years ago. I said, oh man. And I was like, are you sure they've been there every year? They said, yep, every year they've been here every year. I don't know if they've been there every year, but I did get them bees 2, 3 years ago. I still have them. And they're some of my favorite bees. But they're not beekeepers, so they don't really know. Let me see. Let me see. 2 die so far. Yeah, I saw you had a couple dying there. Um, Let me see. How long should you keep it clean? I don't like using the word should on anybody, but I keep queens as long as they want to live. I don't care what any friggin' bully beekeeper says. I don't requeen. They don't get old to me as long as they're laying. I like the genetics. I don't care if they're not laying brick brood patterns. I don't care about that. I like longevity in my bees. I like to see how many years I can get daughters out of really good survivor bees, real survivor bees. So I wouldn't dispatch a queen unless it was just like, she was young and doing terrible, like a drone layer or something, or just, I really can't find too many reasons to kill a queen because I have no pressure to keep to to keep my hive equipment so productive all the time. It's for fun for me. Um, okay, deep in the medium, all full of resources. When they blew it over, it didn't do any good, but when they blew over, it wasn't cold yet. Yeah, that could be even worse. They get blown over while it's warm. Now you might have some honey running a little bit here and there. Could have been some robbing. Yeah, I've only had a couple blow over, but so far, anytime one gets knocked, they could have been dead already. But I've never had a colony blow over in the wintertime and live. Um, did I get everything on that one? Hold on. Deep in the medium. See, a deep in the medium isn't really that big, so that's not where I would call it huge. But I still just love a single deep. But I mean completely full. Like, don't be looking for the brood nest being honey bound or nothing like that. They don't care about that stuff. That's for, yeah, the bees. Let them fill it up. 4 for 4 with a bit of winter left. Yeah, I don't want all mine to live. I never want them all to live. I mean, not with how many I have. Um, oh my gosh, look at all this chat I'm missing. Holy crap. Um, all right, Hickory Hives and building swarm trap. Is April here yet? Yeah. Oh man, April. It's got to be coming soon. Um, but even April, I always get all excited in April and then it gets cold, so it's more like mid-April for me, late April. Pretty sure they all died. Well, you know what? They all died. Then I mean that's bad. But you're gonna see how many bees you get, and you're gonna be as happy as you once you start catching these bees as you are upset now. At least now you have closure. They're done. Big Tim from Ridge Life is in the house. Uh, turn the volume up to 11. Oh no, am I not talking loud enough again? Urgh. It's got to be something over there, man. Because I can always hear it on the playback. I'd be watching myself. Uh, let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to make it sound like you were saying that the colony was 60 years old, but I've heard sometimes other people say, yeah, it's been there for so long, it's the same bees, even though there's just a very slim chance. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, especially if it's coated in propolis and everything. Yeah, it's gonna not gonna go unoccupied for very long at all. When this ice clears, I'm going to do a capture in a giant oak tree knothole. Hmm, a capture, maybe a removal. Um, here to learn. I mean, I'm not really a teacher, but yeah, maybe. Hopefully, I learn stuff from everybody. Not everybody, but I do learn stuff from a lot of people, and hopefully, you learn something here. At least learn. I mean, because Mark seems pretty good with the editing over there on his videos, so he's got to be pretty good at setting up a little basic swarm removal website if you really want to get a ton of free bees. Plus, you're not in my area, so you're not competing with the king, so you'll be good. I think you could do it, Mark. You'll be filled up over there. Do I ever do splits? I do. I do. I do splits. Um, not like splitting them in half. I'd rather I'll take a box, nuke or whatever, and I'll go through my yard and see if some colonies have something to spare, and then I'll just make a nuke up just by taking one frame from this one from that one. I don't like to just bust them straight in half or into threes or whatever because the populations get all screwed up. You're going to knock them down really hard. So I'd rather take a little bit from here and there to make nukes. But I'm not good at it. I'm constantly, as you can see from my videos, I get a lot of swarms hanging here. But I love that. I love a swarm hanging in my tree that I can catch. And most of the time I know where they came from. It's a natural split. Getting a fresh start. Small cell bees on foundationless comb. I love that. It's like just a fresh start for a colony. The best kind of split for a hobbyist like me, a hobbyist, non-treating beekeeper with no pressure. I always got to point that out. Tim likes to let his queen be a queen. Yeah, let him be a queen. Um, oh, Tim's gonna do a trap out. Oh, okay. Maybe I read that one wrong. Do a capture. Capture on a giant oak tree knothole. Okay. Man, I just let them bad boys swarm. I mean, you don't want to be cutting up a nice natural bee nest just to put them in a box because cutouts I love doing when they're in like a house where they don't belong, but it really it can set them back pretty bad if it's not done very well. Of course, since I treat my queens of 100 years. Yeah. Old Redding Farm. There's Cat. Probably not John Cat. Yeah, I was showing everybody all the seeds you guys sent me. Look at all these freaking things. I love them. Just, I gotta do the all the seeds in my face. I'm gonna be planting them bad boys in the springtime. Thank you. Let me see. What else am I missing here? Okay. Mark built a swarm trap. See, I really like to see you guys, if you don't mind, use some different stuff for swarm traps. You don't always have to do all that cutting and nailing and hammering. Try the styrofoam boxes. I mean, they're free. You just poke a hole in it. It's over. You don't have to build anything. Try that. Try the you don't even have to buy the flower pots. You can get like if you look at what damn, I'm having a brain fart here. The heck. Look what uh Rodney Middleton is doing. I believe it's Rodney's channel where he uses just a tote, one of the plastic totes with a hole in it. I've seen a lot of people do that. I haven't done that yet, but I've seen it work. And it's plastic. It's not going to rot. Let me see. Let me see. Man, I really missed a lot here. Lazy C still in the house. Negative 36 here. Is that wind chill or is that your actual temperature? Because if that's the actual temperature, that stinks. Removal, forced abscond. Yeah, forced abscond. It work. It can be done, but it's definitely not easy. Let me see. Old Man Winter. What? Let me see. One colony loss was small to start a winter. You can't be kicking yourself out of water under the bridge, right? Or is it milk under the bridge? It's like when you spill milk on the bridge, don't worry about it. Something like that. All right, let me see. I thought I saw something about Tim saying the tree was getting cut down. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read this. Okay, they're cutting the tree down at the end of the month, so they're going either way. Yeah. Okay. I mean, all right. So I can just tell you ahead of time. 4 stabs come from a tree. I know Yappy did it. I know a couple people have done it. It looks easy. It's not easy, especially if it's like a really big oak. Not that it has to be easy for you to do it. You just there's editing in those videos. That's why it's only a 10-minute video. So pack a lunch and a dinner. And you probably won't get the queen anyway most of the time, but maybe after you mess around trying to make them abscond and catch them, when the tree comes down, if you're able to save that hollow part of the tree for the log, that'd be a cool little thing to have. I got a couple. I love them. And Mark likes building stuff. I like building stuff too. I'm terrible at it, but yeah, I just don't want to tie up my equipment out there hanging from trees and stuff because I don't know. I want to go on swarm calls. So the actual temp is negative 36. Wow, that is something. The coldest I've ever felt was negative 10 here one day. And that was just a regular temperature. So the wind chill was, I don't know, negative 25 or something. And that was like as soon as you step outside and try to breathe through your nose, all your nose hairs turn crispy and crunchy. I don't like that at all. That was not pleasant. Even like your eyeballs start to freeze a little bit. Yeah, that stinks. Mix them out of 5 gallon bucket. That also works too. I mean, 5 gallon buckets, you can get those for free too sometimes. Just gotta don't put those in the sun either because they'll heat up. Okay, Conrad Homestead. We have a place here called Conrad Weiser. I don't know if he was a famous person or something. Conrad Weiser. That's like we have Conrad Weiser. Yeah, I don't know what it is. That's what the school system is called. A little bit. Oh my gosh, negative 45 with the wind chill. Wow. The funny thing is, even when it's that cold, you'll still see little tiny birds flying around up on the twigs and up on the telephone wires, and you're like, the bird is like this big. How do they keep their body temperature up with a wind chill of negative 45 and they're that big? I don't know. So I don't feel so bad about a 5 pound clump of bees in a box, with a windbreak and plenty of food. But when I see those little birds up on the lines, it's like, wow. Ooh. So, I want to go to this meetup thing that they're doing, but I keep forgetting to ask about it, and I don't want to ask about it in people's lives and stuff. But I don't know. Does anybody know about that thing? I know it's in Pryor. Is that in Oklahoma? That's in Oklahoma, right? Or is that Arkansas? I guess I better find out. Somebody tell me about that. And then, who do you pay for that? You have to pay. You have to buy a ticket to that or something. All right, Mark. Nice talking to you too. Get them swarm traps ready. Yeah, well, I'd like to go to this meetup, even though, yeah, it'd be cool to see some of you guys. I'm sure maybe Chad will go there. Yeah, I know Tim will be there. He always got to be there. And who else is going there? Well, they said, oh, I think Kevin from Lazy Pond Farm is going there. Who else? I don't know. Looks like it'll be fun. Hopefully, it's just like a weekend. Is it a weekend or just a day? Somebody tell me about this thing. Oh, it's all right. So Tim is saying it's free. So I don't know. Is there a video explaining the whole thing? I don't know. Like, yeah, okay, it's May 22nd, which is good. Man, it's right in swarm season, but I think I could sacrifice a day or two of swarms. Catherine's RV is going as well. I'm gonna go there. I think I'm gonna go. I'm just going. Um, so you just like show up in the city, show up there. Um, I don't know. I'll find out more about it. Maybe somebody will tell me. Hmm, there's probably a video explaining it. Somebody I'm probably not subscribed to, but I'll have to find out. Okay, here we go with the questions. How many swarms would you expect to catch, not including the bees? Wait, not including the bees get caught. So for that, you mean you would have to mean just swarm traps because I've only ever found one swarm randomly in my whole life that wasn't my own bees and that I didn't get called for. So if I was not getting calls, and if you're not counting my own bees from my own yard, I gotta like put my head up here above this thing, because I do obviously have a lot of swarms in my yard. But so if you're saying just swarm traps, I caught 8 last year in traps. I only put out like 15 traps last year. Um, I really wasn't trying that hard. Some of them weren't really set up that great. I just kind of slapped them out there. The year before that, I think I got 10 or so with 20 traps. I really don't try that hard. So let's say swarm calls didn't exist or my website just got yanked for some reason. I would probably put out about 40 traps and I'd probably catch about 20 or so swarms. But that's why I never say rely on swarm traps. Don't let anybody quote me saying you can catch a billion bee swarm trapping. You can catch them, and it is a lot of fun. But I get 90% of my free bees from people that Google swarm removal, and they get me. That's how I get all my bees. So that's how you got to do it. And you can, and it's like sometimes people don't want to do it. They're afraid they're going to get too many. It's like, don't worry about getting too many. Just tell them no when they call, or give them to somebody else, or sell them. You know, I give away a lot of bees. I sell a lot. For a hobbyist, I keep a lot of them. Yeah, you can get them. But I'm gonna put out swarm traps again this year, kind of just so I can make some videos about it, just for some content. And plus, I love doing it. But I'm definitely not gonna try to fill up 50 boxes with them. Let's see. Betty Jean Hindsone's going. Um, oh, so I'm putting out 10 this year. Yeah, for my area, if you put out 10, you probably catch 3 or 4. But you look like you're out there in the wilderness, so you might get more than that. If it's in Oklahoma, I'm wondering if that's the meetup that Arms Family Homestead and Keeping It Dutch started. See, I don't know about them. I've heard of those channels. I think I checked them out, and let's just say I don't get notifications from those. Let me see. You're gonna get them swarm calls there, Chad. I got a notice from Google today that said that my Google ad was viewed 389 times in February, whatever month we're in right now. It's not even bee season, and I don't know why my Google listing was viewed that many times. So imagine, and you made one of those, so you got a nice contact there. Patty's here. She's late. It's okay. It's from Sawyer Ridge Farm, and okay, so those two are the ones doing it. I'm not. I'm not subscribed to either of those channels, but I'd still like to go because I like a lot of the people that are in that whole group. Um, you're gonna get called. Um, yep, Crockers. I'm sorry. I heard the Crockers. I like his podcast channel. I don't watch the other one too much, and I've never heard of Sawyer Ridge before. Maybe I'll look at him later on. Cool. Yeah, I don't have too much. Man, I'm just like right on an hour. That's cool. Oh wait, today's Thursday, so that means Tim's going live in like an hour. Maybe I'll win a matching shirt for my mug. I didn't get my mug yet, but it'll be coming soon. I'm gonna be having that mug all the time on here. MB Heritage Farms, what's up? Yeah, I'm probably gonna be wrapping it up soon in a minute. Let me just see if anything interesting here happened. No. Oh, I don't know if anybody wants to see it. I mean, if it bores you, that's cool. But I wanna see if I can, just for like people who I don't even know what I would say. Me and Adrian were talking at the very beginning of this thing about how how sometimes we get into a thing on Facebook about bees. So this is mostly going to be like bee stuff. If you don't love bees or the way I fight with people, because I be fighting with people, I don't care. It might be interesting, but let me see what everybody's saying. It says my business has been viewed 305 times on the website, 294 times. That's a lot of traffic. That's a lot of traffic for the off season and for a brand new website with like no really real pipeline of traffic coming to it. That's good. Maybe they all came from my website. Hey Bruce, how's them candy bars? Oh man, funny you should ask. I'm eating these things. I've got all the peanut butter ones. These are Gertrude hops. Yeah, they're doing a number on me with these kids selling candy bars. Luckily, I sold a bunch at work, so I didn't have to eat them all, but I will be eating several probably tonight before bed. Let me see. Hey, Aaron Baranski's here. What's up? Let me see. What do you got going on? So you just answered my one concern. Saying no, especially with work schedule, kids. So basically, if you can't respond to a call, you forward to others. Yep. And you know who the number one person who would love if you forwarded that call to, since you're in my area? Right here. You can forward it to me, and then I'll trade you back. Because that's what I do. Like, if you're at work, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One day I'm going to get a call at Friday during my lunch break and I can't go get it. So then I call you. So that's what I do. I try to keep a nice little uh, communication between me and people that I like and then like me. And then we trade calls. But, and then sometimes I'll call people and I'll be like, hey, can you go get this swarm? They're like, no, I don't feel like it. Well, then I kind of almost never call them back unless they have some kind of reason. Because I don't want them to, you know, like if they're only gonna go for stuff a mile from their house, it's like, come on, you gotta help me out. Like I'll help you back out. Let me see. I have no idea why. Why what? Hold on, let me see. Oh, you have no idea. Wow, that traffic is coming. Yeah, but it's good. So let me see how this works out. It might not even work. I might just end this whole thing. But I want to see. I want to see if I can find the kind of, for my people here who maybe get onto beekeeping forums and they encounter the kind of bullying and badgering that can happen. I'll just show you how I deal with them. Um, I'm always nice at first, and it's probably not going to let me do it. I have to quickly find this notification. Let's see. Hold on. Oh man, I'm finding it. Hold on. Live TV. Oh man, it must be down there. Oh, somebody replied to my comment? How dare you? Man. Okay. It's looking like maybe they must have deleted the whole thing or something because I cannot find it. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. um, Someone will kind of, you know, attack the Swarm King a little bit, and then there's also a prominent, not prominent, but a YouTuber in there. Maybe he didn't know me by my real name, Bruce Rodriguez, but kind of chimed in a little bit, let him have it a little bit. Yeah, so it might be taken down. I don't know because I can't find it now. Let me. Okay, so that was just an epic fail. No big deal. Um, Basically, someone came into Facebook, you know, a very normal Facebook beekeeping group where people are just asking regular questions, people who are new, people sharing their just beekeeping stuff. And some guy just came in there with the wrongest tone ever. It's like, listen here, people. For you people who your bees are dying and you're not treating your bees, and he just goes on this thing. It was he just went on this long rampage, just smashing everybody. My family is a third generation commercial beekeeper, and like, what does that even matter? I mean, you're a baby. um, but so I just kind of commented like, "Oh, what did I say? Drill sergeant treating beekeepers. You gotta love them." And then they just came after me. Just, how many bees do you keep? How many years have you been keeping bees? What's your life and death? What's this and that? And then it calmed down a little bit. But it was it was just interesting. Just It's always interesting on Facebook. Here on YouTube is a little different because I can put you right here in this live stream and tell you tell you what's up. But on there it's a little harder. Facebook police have been notified. Yeah, yeah, maybe they notified. In addition to having queens that live 100 years, treated bees don't swarm. They spit on command. The boxes I set up in the yard. That would be nice. That would be nice. Hey, Fleetwood Patch is in here. What's up? Yeah, the haters. I don't know if you saw it. It was in Beekeeping Basics. You can just go to that. I mean, it's just a typical beekeeping group. It's a bunch of new. There's a lot of new people who don't really know yet. You can't really smash them. They don't know. You got to be easy with them. And then you got a bunch of friggin' jerk offs who just come in there just, now listen here. I'm gonna tell you something. It's like, oh god, they just ruin everything. Angry out of the yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think when they started interrogating me, which is what always happens, when they say, how many years do you have bees and how many colonies do you keep, they expect me to say, oh, it's my first season, I have two. It's like, no. And then they want me to tell them that all my bees die every year. Um, and that's not the case. The know-it-all and right fighters are the worst. 10 beekeepers, 10 different ways of doing it. Yeah, that's what they say. I I say, you guys 10 beekeepers, you're gonna get 20 different ways of doing it. I can smash Chad anytime I want. Believe me, I don't like to smash people, but there's no big but about it. I don't like to smash people. I enjoy a nice debate. I would love to just say, hey, let's talk about something, and maybe we have a different point of view, but it can be done respectfully. But then again, when someone really focuses on me, just kind of thinking I'm gonna just not do anything about it, I'll focus back and just, I don't care. I mean, um, yeah, 20 different ways. That's what I say. Because I'm never gonna make money on here. I'm not gonna have a billion. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's not your typical channel, I guess. I don't know. I don't do how tos too much. Um, Not the best editor. It's never gonna be pretty. So, and I got nothing to lose. So that's the worst person to pick on. Somebody with nothing to lose. Um, yeah, constructive criticism. But I do joke around. But God, man, we gotta take it easy. They were looking for a reaction, and not giving them what they want is the fastest way to shut them down. Yeah, that is a good. I like that tactic. I like that for personal. Like, say there's an actual, like, in real life bully. Like, I love that because just not reacting or just giving them no reaction is the best. That'll just send them off into just nuttiness. But on here, it's like once something goes up, it's up there. It's not coming down. So, and some of those things are still up there. Um, so I just clear things up. Um, Nothing kills passion more than not picking others about than picking on others. Yeah, I mean, you should be free to disagree with someone and just say it. I mean, I don't know. Like these chats right here, I have my hand up because I talk with my hands a lot, but you can never see it. I just look like I have no arms. But this chat right here is always like, hey, we're all having a good time. We're having a good time. But I have a special little banner for when we're not having a good time. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but yeah, just let a troll, let one come in here, please. Um, Ricky Rourke, tell them you'll pray for them. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Um, yeah, but that is a funny one though. Oh yeah, I'll pray. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened. I mean, I don't know what happened. Um, you, right, debating. I like to watch. I don't know if anyone else likes this nerdy stuff, but I was watching some videos today, and some of them are kind of long, but you can't turn them off. Like they're hard to turn off, and they're um, about debating. They're called logical fallacies, and if you study logical fallacies and you just read how easily you can get tricked into just giving up when you're kind of having a back and forth with somebody when they use logical fallacies. But if you can recognize them, um, and you can point out to the person that you're talking to, hey, your your argument is fallacious because of this. This is how you're messing up. You're using this terrible tactic, and here's why I'm gonna fix this, just like I did on my last one. But logical fallacies. Just put it in your little search thing up there and watch a couple things about common logical fallacies. It's really cool. It's interesting. All right, Conrad Homestead, got to run. Take care. Um, People take things too personally. I have plenty of friends who treat, plenty who don't. Yeah, I think a couple of videos ago I talked about how I don't want to argue about with people who treat their bees. Like I'm cool with it. Do it. I mean, I'm not gonna say do it. That's not what I do, but there's nothing to fight about. There's just really nothing to fight about. If you ever want to try to select for survivor bees and catch free bees and enjoy beekeeping, you can do that. We can talk about that. Um, that's what I do. I'm never gonna do anything but that. Um, so I'm here for you if you want that. But if you want to do the whole treating thing, do it. I don't care. Um, let's see. Yeah, okay. Like Patty's saying, critical thinking is also part of it. It's part of the whole thing. You have to have critical thinking, skills, and then tactics. Because I was not always a critical thinker. Like, um, I can't say I'm the most critical thinker yet, but I work on it. And when you really look at things like without emotion, that's a big part of my whole life. Really, is looking at things without not using your emotions to make decisions, and then not falling for logical fallacies. Hickory Hive says, first year was scared that I would kill my bees. Had to be by the book. Now it's fun trying different things and learning as you go. Yeah, I mean, that first year, I don't really remember it that much. I remember some of it. I'm just surprised I didn't kill all my bees, but yeah, I can understand that's stressful. But um, yeah, try different stuff. Try catching them bees for free. Not pushing them so hard like they're your workhorse, like they owe you something. And and yeah, have fun with this stuff. You know what? It says, just say, "Oh, bless your heart," and you're a special kind of stupid. You must have read my mind because somebody messaged me this exact message right here. You are a special kind of stupid. And I got that in my Facebook Messenger from somebody who didn't like my podcast. Like, he was like a cop, too. I looked up his thing and he's a freaking cop. Like, and a fireman, all this stuff. I was like, wow, dude, you're supposed to be held to a little bit higher standard. And you're calling people stuff like that. Um, Asking, have you always been this? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think when I was a kid, I feel bad about some of the stuff that kids used to do when I was a kid. I'm only 40, I'm like 29. But when I was a kid, man, kids were so cruel. They're cruel today too, but I try to tell my kid, man, don't be one of them cruel kids. It's like the worst thing. Don't be making fun of people and bashing them over their appearance or maybe or anything really, like, because if you do and I hear about it, it's gonna be some hell to pay. First of all, plus it just sucks on your conscience, just mashing people, calling them calling them names or whatever. I almost even said it. That pisses me off. Yeah, critics. I mean, I already know what I'm doing is right. I definitely won't need validation from no bully or even anybody who just loves everything. I mean, um, I think that what I do is right for the bees, for the future of the bees. There's no way to, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Selection happens because they got to be selected for something. If you take that away, you're stuck with uh, a dependent piece of livestock, like a pig that needs to be, you know, fertilized. Can't even do that. Or those white turkeys that you like can't do anything. I don't want bees like that. But yeah, Chandler. All right, so I'm getting way off topic. Over an hour, and I'm just so happy everybody came in here and hung out with me. That was cool. Thank you guys for hearing my excitedness about my seeds and my chicken coming home, and what was the other thing? Oh, my cool new Dirt Rooster 628 Dirt Rooster hat and shirt, and talking about bullies on Facebook. All right, and I'll see most of you guys over on Tim's live if I can stay awake. Um, Take care, everybody. See you next time.